Hi, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with Astrology Mojo. I want to help you get your mojo back. And that is the glorious image provided by NASA of Jupiter. You know, here's a really fascinating fact before we get into our talk today. Welcome. When NASA takes pictures via Hubble or just about any of its explorers, it's mostly in black and white and infrared imagery. So, yeah, NASA mostly, not all, but mostly adds dimension to their own photographs with color. So when you see big galaxies of gorgeous, arrays of color, it's just our imagination. Because we don't really know what they look like. Not yet, anyway. Hi, so who's here? Come talk to me. I'm usually here earlier during the day, but today we're here this afternoon. I'm very excited. We're talking about the August 8th portal. It's called the Lion's Gate or the Sirius Star Activator, the Flame. It's got so many names. I call it Transformation in the Making. So let me know that you're here. Who's come? Hey, Jen's here. Hi, Jen. Hey, Jen. So we have a friend, we call her Jen. She laughs at us because she's an adult, not a child. So when I talk about astrology, it's not just, this planet's doing that or that planet's doing that. I want you to understand that the planets don't make you do anything, honestly. That we live in a cooperation with the cosmos so that when the planets make a move, you feel that. When we make a move, the planets reflect that in the heavens. And in astrology, it's by way of aspects and angles. So astrology basically tells you what time it is. It's not a positive, nor is it a negative thing. It is basically just a barometer of where you are with things. Now, we are in the sign of Leo. And even though today is August 8th, 2019, a lot of this information will be evergreen. So please listen up, especially if this is a replay for you. And we've been looking at Jupiter going direct in a couple of days, and the portal of transformation is now at hand. Now, the Lion's Gate relates to the planet Sirius and the Sirius star, also called the Dog Star. And in our let's see, I forget how many hundreds of times larger Sirius is than our own sun. So it's pretty huge, so we can see it. It's a very bright star in our skies. And tonight, actually for the next 3 days, if you don't have cloudy skies or rain, you might be able to see Jupiter, our friend behind me, Jupiter, Venus, and the moon all lined up. It's going to be pretty spectacular. So get out your binoculars, your telescope, your X-ray vision, and get out there in the beautiful evening skies and take a look at our neighboring planets and spherical orbs. Okay, who's with me today? Anybody here? Anybody want to say hello? Tell me your birthday. And so the sun is in Gemini. No, it's not. Where'd my brain just go? The sun is in Leo. Venus is in Leo. Mars is in Leo. We are all fired up and ready to go. How many people have been experiencing, wow, I want to get up and clean the house at 4 a.m. I'm ready to be supercharged with my purpose. I'm ready to end this job because I hate it. I'm ready to get blah, 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 and just get going. So we're all fired up. And the thing about Leo, just some brief general Leo isms, is that Leo is very, very enthusiastic. Leo doesn't like to sleep because doesn't want to miss anything. So if you are a Leo sun, rising or moon, I'm a Leo moon. If you've got Leo in your chart, if you've got a Mars in Leo, a Venus in Leo, you're just a force right now to be reckoned with, and nobody wants to reckon with that kind of a force. So why not focus on creation? How fun. And part of this 8-8 day that we're in, this powerful Stargate, Lionsgate, transformational portal. It sounds so science fiction, right? When I say that. Stargate 1427.3. No, it is, it's what it's known as, the Stargate. And it's not in Leo, it's in Cancer actually. So if you know your chart and you know where 14 plus degrees of Cancer is in your chart, you're going to see where the big foci is going to be for quite a while. And so we act, and nothing ever stands alone. We never, change isn't just one thing. It isn't, we do one thing. We don't focus on one thing. We never do. So what I think is important is that my husband said, lower the mic just a little so it's not in my face. You mean like this? Can I be like, this is how I used to be. Hi, my name's Elaine. No. I have a Leo moon. I'm ready to show my stuff. I'm happy. I just like to play with things when I'm talking, so I don't realize, how much I'm playing with. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, when we're passionate about something and we're ready to get going, I want you to focus on the combination of things. It's not just I have one vision. There's going to be a lot moving in the next couple of days because Jupiter's going direct in motion. And this portal, 8/8, August 8th, even if you're watching this and it's 10 o'clock at night, it's still 8/8. And if you're watching this and it's August 8th at 8 p.m., even more. I would like you to focus on 14 degrees of Cancer in your chart. And by August 17th, you'll see the prominent changes and or if you've been focused on it already, transformation, okay? So transformation. Oh, and Jen says my midhaven is at 16 degrees of Cancer. So the midhaven, for those of us who don't know, in astrology, it's the medium coli, and it has to do with your, we want to call it the life direction. Some people call it a career. It's not always a career. Sometimes it's a life direction. And the purpose that you would like to unfold in this lifetime. So for Jen, it looks like there's going to be a lot of interchanges. Sometimes we think, the transformation is I apply for a job, they call me back, I start on Monday. Okay. Sometimes the transformation is I've been working on my health, I've been cleaning up my diet for my skin, my body, I've been cleaning out the closets, making space. Making space is the key. Because when you make space, transformation can come to you much quicker. Does that make sense? Yay. Okay, so the lighting is a little off. I played with it, took 10 minutes. I'm still learning, okay? My glasses are not this purple and my hair is not that green. But hey, you know what I just found? Sidebar, going off on a little random tangent here. I found something called hair print. Hair print for those of us who want to dye our hair or our roots. Hey, I'm not proud, I'll tell you. And not want to use cancer-causing chemicals on our brains. So I found hair print, and it's only for women or men with brown and black hair, light brown, medium, dark brown, and black hair. Not for blondes or redheads yet. But what it does is it has 6 ingredients. None of them are toxic, and it literally is supposed to restore your hair to its natural color. Well, when I come back, if I've done it successfully, we'll see. We'll see how it looks. Anyway, hey, Kathleen's here. July 16th. Okay, so you've been dealing with the eclipses, and now with the Sirius dog star, it's 14.5 degrees of Cancer. So if you know where that is in your chart, and right for you, it's right on your sun, but wherever your sun is in one of the houses of the 12 houses, it's going to show you the massive amount of transformation you've already done that's undergoing. And when Jupiter goes direct, that combination, trajectory, with Jupiter's in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius symbol is the centaur. It's a mythical creature who sits and aims its arrow at the sky. It is looking and searching for the truth. So when you find this week, and okay, if you're listening to this in a replay, it's not just about this week. It is because the cycles are always literally cycling. It's never just one day, one thing. Who can do one thing? Who can ever just do one thing? So it is about understanding the transformation. And I want to talk about 3 things that can, not just perpetuate, but help you to initiate and activate this, because you want to be conscious. This is about conscious transformation. It's not just, something befalls you and, whoa, lo and behold, there are miracles from heaven. This is about, I'm focused, I'm ready, I'm going. So where would you like to go? Tell me, where would anyone like to go? What are you done with? Because in order to know where you're going that way, you have to know where you just came from. And if you're sacking your old crap on your back and you want to take it with you, that's not going to happen. It's not going to work. It's not going to benefit you. Remember a few times ago, I talked about the North and South Node. They are in Cancer and Capricorn, respectively. And Cancer and Capricorn in the universe can be likened to the parents in the zodiac. The Cancer is the home, hearth, family, children, nurturing, feminine kind of mood, energy. And then the Capricorn is the got it. Let's build. Let's create. Let's get it done. Let's, slow and steady to the top, and we will arrive. So it's like I heard another astrologer say, Capricorn builds the building and Cancer sets up the home on the inside. So as you're building this idea of your life, your future, where you want to go, where you want to take it, as Jupiter goes direct soon, really focus on doing this consciously. And let me help you with that. So to ignite this particular 8-8 portal, the Lion's Gate, the Sirius Dog Star, and how to activate, you need to invite consciously those energies that can help you. So it's easy. First, you sit down, you get clear, a little mini meditation every day anyway, but you get clear on what is the focus? What are you letting go of? You got to let go of that sack of garbage that you've been toting around forever, that you made a vow once and it was wonderful and you honored it, and you want to be true and loyal to that person that you no longer want to stay married to. You want to be true and loyal to that health plan that is not serving you. You want to be true and loyal to your dedication to your job when you're getting nothing from it. So now you look at, you're not being irresponsible. This is not about just flinging it out the window and saying, I'm done. No, we're talking about being conscious about who you want to be, but first, who you want to be more of, the more authentic you. But first, how do I let go of the thing that I'm holding? And if you don't know that you're holding something, I want you to look at the number one complaint you have in your life. Oh, anytime I do this, he never does that. Anytime we do this, they never do that. And I can't seem to get ahead. I can't seem to make money. I can't seem to lose the weight. I can't seem to get blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, what is the one complaint you have? So if you don't know what you need to let go of, then focus there. Once you understand where you need to let go, then you can look at the exciting chapter, ta-da, of now. What's in the now, right now? Hey, Kate's here. What else is in the now? What gives you joy? What is that thing that I just had to speak my mind at that last group meeting and we finally made headway. No more is it by committee. Now they put me in charge and I feel good about that, or, whatever the thing is. By voicing your opinion, by standing up and being who you are becoming the Mojo Mystic. You are a Mojo Mystic. You have compassion, you're kind, you're considerate, you're intuitive, you listen to that inner voice, you know how to set boundaries, you know that, and it's not a condemnation to say, you know, when I was little, my father ignored me and I never felt love, so therefore in the future all I ever did was attract people who ignored me. But it's not about blaming anyone from the past, it's about acknowledging the situation. It's an evaluation. That is the biggest part of Jupiter's gifts. Not that it really gives you anything, but it's what it represents for you in astrology. And that means evaluation instead of negative judgment. It means expansion through present awareness. So once you become aware of now, I want you to clean out the clutter. I did that this morning. I was like, I rolled up my sleeves that are non-existent in Arizona heat. And I was like, yes, that desk, that paper, the shredder came out of the shed. And I was like, okay, go hard. So when you're ready to move that energy, sometime today, focus in one small area. If you haven't already done it, it's already the afternoon on the West Coast, late afternoon. East Coast, it's already past dinner time, right? In Europe, it's already nighttime. So, but there's still time to activate this 8-8 code. So once you are aware that you have a thing that you're holding that you don't need anymore, and you vow to let that go, you can be done with it, because the Lion's Gate, literally, between the dog star and the Sirius A and Sirius B, it's, anyway, the two stars in the system, it makes a figure 8. Look at your body. I want you to look at all your chakras, the energy points in your body. And I heard once a few astrologers talk about this, that the heart chakra, and I've heard some yogis talk about this, that the heart chakra is not just the center because of the compassion that you are, but when you want to bring heaven and earth together, you can do it through your chakras, so that the earth part can be the groundedness, the passion, the health, the fervor, the nutrition, the focus on biology, the focus on the project, and then the heaven part, the spiritual part, are the top chakras, and that can be infusion of compassion to where you want to take it. It can be a vocalization of the plan. It can be the sight, the vision, the universal mind's eye of where you want to go. And then the crown chakra, bringing it in from the universe, whether it's, your star family, or it's angels, or it's passed on loved ones. It doesn't matter. You can connect all these dots, bring them together in a figure 8. And if you do have a website, you can just write a blurb, write a blog, write a Facebook post. Do something that implements your idea and your passion today. And so why don't you tell me, you're here. What's your passion? What do you know that you need to let go of, number one? And what's your passion? Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? And while you ponder that, all right, I have a few more tips for you. When you're ready to become the channel that you were meant to be on this earth for activation, for a purposeful contribution to this earth, you can do it in easy, fun ways. And, well, sometimes cleaning your clutter isn't so fun, but start small. One area of your desk, your closet, your kitchen, 3 drawers in the bathroom. It doesn't have to be huge. But once you clear out the old clutter, it comes to mind the thing that you've been ignoring, the thing that you've really wanted to do in your life. And it doesn't have to be a full-fledged business. It's your business. There's a difference. You understand the distinction? So somebody once asked me, well, let's say I clean up my desk, I clean out the closets, I've got everything in order, everything that I need to start my passion. What if nothing happens? Well, patience is a part of it, isn't it? And you know what, the one that I laughed when she asked me that question, and I said, so throughout your life, you would want to do something, and I'm sure everyone listening can relate to this. You would want to do something, I said to her, and you would make yourself ready, but then nothing happened. And she said, yes. Nothing would happen. And I said, so this relates to part 2 of what you can do to accelerate and ignite this 8-8 portal, this August 8th portal. And that is, you need to clear out the old stories in your head. Oh, I used to hear my mother, and it was hard. She lived through hard times. She was first generation American in her family. They lived through 2 house fires. So for years, all I ever heard about was the house fires and how we lost everything. And your grandmother was digging through the rubble looking for her dentures, and she found them. And, because she wasn't going to let go of that because they cost so much money. And, so watch that candle. Don't light that candle, So fire and destruction became like the story. And poverty became the story. And as amusing as they were after a while at all the Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners, that story gets old, doesn't it? So think about the stories that you keep telling yourself that, it's never going to happen. I made everything ready and nothing happened. Well, if you're ready to let go a little bit, just a little bit of some of that part of you that says, woe is me, woe be gone. It's not going to happen. I don't have the money. I don't know how to start. I don't know what to do. I'll tell you that you start by getting present in the moment. Do a 2-minute meditation. You're just present, you're breathing. And in that present moment, you are telling yourself, I am love. That's it. I am love. After 2 minutes, you open your eyes, you find one space to clear out that no longer needs to be there. Because and this is also part of Feng Shui, wind over water, which is an energy practice, not a spiritual practice. So in Feng Shui, you have a clutter and it accumulates. There could be a lot of reasons for that. But when you start to move the clutter, what happens is something opens up energetically. The phone rings. You have an opportunity. You get something in the mail. Yeah, and you might be saying, well, it was already coming, wasn't it? Yeah, but if you hadn't made space for it, that mail might have just got plopped in a pile. And then the opportunity passes by. Do you understand? So I want you to look at cause and effect for this 8-8 portal. 1, get present. 2, understand that these old stories that you tell cannot be put into the future if you want anything to change. Just saying. So it's important to let go of things that don't belong there. Okay, and then number 3, which is going to be so fun, is literally to design something in your world with conscious intention. It doesn't have to be big, but just start thinking about, what do I want to design? What do I want to create? What do I want to manifest? And those things can be had much more readily, much more easily in the next 6 months if you're focused on everything we just talked about. Letting it go, being aware in the moment of what it is that needs to let go, changing the old stories, and then clear out the clutter. That's emotional clutter as well. And then design, orchestrate, create, manifest one thing with conscious intention. What would you like to create? Think about that. What feels like, this is true for me? Lately, when I'm cooking or baking, I'm so in it because I'm using ingredients that are excellent for my body. I'm feeling healthier. I've dropped some weight. It's like I take the old recipes that my mother and grandmother had and were passed down, and I got rid of the wheat and the sugar, and that may be okay for you, but for my body, it's not. And so I found replacements, and it took me a few months, but I found a way to replicate and duplicate those things that gave me joy as a kid. And in the process, I'm having so much fun. So that's just a small thing. It's not like I'm going into business making my own chocolate candy or donuts out of pecan and almond flour. But I could if I wanted to, because they're that yummy. Right, Dean? Okay, does this make sense? Ta-da! I will be back on Monday, August 11th, and I've got something fun and new that I'm planning for the future. So come back, and I'll be back Monday, August 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And that's 11 Mountain, that's noon Central, that's 1 Eastern, and that's, I think, 6-ish Europe time. So, and then I'll make my little fun announcement about Facebook. And then, let's see, what else? I started to say, if you join me late, it's okay. But in the sky through the 12th, I believe it is, you'll be able to see Jupiter, Venus, and also the moon all lined up together in the sky. So if it's not raining in your neighborhood, get out there with binoculars and just revel in the energy of the planets that represent who you are deep down. And I've got a few more open sessions for Body and Soul package. So please check that out. That's where we go deep, we go wide. I go back 19 years and I look at the patterns that have stopped you from expanding and becoming who you really, really are and want to be and why you came here. You're not late, Lindsay. You're right on time. You're right on time. So, and then with the Body and Soul package, there is also 90 days. That's 3 months of daily forecasts, transit forecasts. It's your horoscope, personal to you and your chart, and what you can expect for the next 3 months. That's part of the Body and Soul package. So I'll be back on Monday. I'm very excited because I've opened up my schedule and I'll be doing more. Ta-da! But I'll talk about that on Monday at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And in the meantime, by then, Jupiter will be going direct. And when it does, I want you to pay attention to the next couple of days, the spin. When planets come out of retrograde motion, suddenly we feel a ka-kung, cha-cha-chung, and or we get agitated. Some people get spacey. Some people get all revved up and they don't know where to go, what to do with the energy. So just be as present as you possibly can be, without overreacting, without attaching to too much, without overindulgence. It could be, hey, I lost 4 pounds. Whoa, where's the bag of chips? We don't want to go there. No extremes, none. Be present, be sparkly, be everything you are, and I will see you on Monday. Please come back. Thank you. Be well.